So am I going to be buying or selling off of this huge gap up here on SPY this week? And what's my game plan on Tesla? And once I show you this chart setup, you're going to see things completely differently. We're going over both of those things in today's video. What's going on, everybody? My name is Tony. I have been a full-time trader for over 7 years, and every Monday I make a video walking you through my game plan for the week, showing you exactly what my strategy is and how I plan to navigate the markets, point out levels, and show you how to trade it so that you can be more prepared in your trading this week and hopefully make trading a little bit easier. I am also the owner of Real Life Trading. Real Life Trading is one of the highest rated stock market companies in the world, and it's because we have helped thousands of people get real results in their trading. So if you'd like some free trading online education courses, check out the link down below. You can also join our trading community for life with just a one-time payment, $97, get you in. That's a deal that we're running right now. Again, no other payments needed, no other subscriptions. You can be a part of our trading community for the rest of your life for just $97. That includes hours of online courses that you'll get access to and weekly group coaching with a professional trader. So don't pass up that offer. Again, links are down below in the description. All right, let's dive on over here to SPY. So am I buying or am I selling this gap up? I am actually selling this gap up. I believe that this is most likely going to have some bear moves through it, but it's all going to depend on what certain levels do on an hourly time frame. So this was actually gapping up a lot more this morning, and it's slowly faded down all night long. Why am I looking at selling this? Well, if we're looking at the overall structure and sentiment of this market, it is extremely bullish. This is a buy the dip. I am not closing out of everything and getting ready to short this and thinking that it's going to fall off a cliff. No. I believe that this needs a retest and dips are going to be bought back up. So I am looking to buy the dip, but it's extended. Most of the time when you get these huge run ups and then you get a very large gap up, that large gap up is what's dragging the last bit of people into the markets and going, I am fully buying this. It's full FOMO now. This thing's going to the moon without me. This gap is going to drive emotions. And that's what the big money is waiting to sell into, right? They're all selling to everybody that's chasing and buying this thing up. So I am trying to follow the big money. I'm trying to follow the overall sentiment. Not only that, but the market structure, right? The structure of the market's move in an S curve. So you get a big move up, a pullback down, and then a new move higher. We should be making higher highs and higher lows. That's what a bull market should be doing. So if I'm looking at this market, we pulled back down over here and made higher lows, and now we just made a higher high. So it's logical to think that we are going to pull back down and get a higher low coming through. So now where should the bulls be at if we do get this bear selling over this week or so? I think a very logical place for the bulls to be and to hold would be 620. So 620 has acted as a very strong support, but not only that, but it's a great options level. So this options level right here, you can start to see 620 is starting to grab some puts out here. These are all the expirations stacked on top of each other here. And these little levels right here are giving us little clues as to where the big money is betting we will not go to, or at least go through. And so 620 should be a very strong support. If we start to break that, the next level that I'm starting to see is 610. So if we jump back over here to the charts, I love this support here at 620. It matches the options. It's also the previous bouncing areas for certain higher lows. But my big buying level, if we could get down into this range, I feel like it'd be a great buy, would be that 610 mark. That is sitting around the previous all-time high area as well. It is a perfect S-curve. We do have a big open gap down here around 602 to 600 area as well. So it could be going there, but we've got the 50 EMA on a daily sitting there. It's a great sentiment level. It's a great all-time high level for it to retest back to. Again, 615 to 600, fantastic buying area, but it's got to get through 620 first. I think that if we were to pull back, we should be seeing a lot of bulls probably around 628 short term, and they could be strong enough to keep pushing this market higher. So that's what I'm going to keep an eye out for this week. But if they fail to step in, I'll be looking to see if bulls will come in at 620. If 620 is not holding, then we've got the door open for a lot more selling back into the next buying area. And just when everybody starts to exit their bull positions and probably go short, they're missing the fact that this is a really good buying zone and it'll probably reverse very hard and go bullish. So it's trying to suck a lot of bulls into the markets right now. It is already working. People are in with heavy leverage at the moment. And once this thing starts to pull back down, they're all going to be scared. They're all going to be losing tons of money. They're all going to have to start to exit a lot or get margin calls and be forced to exit. And by that time, it'll be at the buying spot. The big money is going to start to jump in and a bull move is going to come. So that's kind of what I'm looking at over a little bit bigger picture. And again, this week, it's all just going to be a matter of what do the bulls do at these buying levels. So 628 level, what did they do? And then 620, where do we go from there? Are the bulls going to hold 620 for this week? I would imagine that they would, but if they don't, it's going to open the door for some pretty good buying. And now it's just seeing how strong momentum comes in and then riding that momentum. So short term, I think we probably get some selling off of this week. Long term, we're getting bought up. It's just a matter of where. So I'll be watching price action to help give me some clues on where the bulls are starting to step in. But if you understand what levels to at least start watching and looking at, now you can look and see, okay, I'm getting some really good bull sentiment in these areas. It's probably time to try to catch this bull move. That's how I'm going to trade it. That's what's going to make it the easiest. And again, it's not a guarantee on what's going to work and what's not. The thing that I do know is if it does work, I will win big. And if it doesn't work, I will cut and I will lose small. And that's the only thing that matters in trading because math is all that matters. I'm going to be right half the time. So if I'm right half the time and I make a, $1,000 when I'm right, great. The other half of the time that I'm wrong, that's what's going to determine my success. If I'm only losing $200 when I'm wrong, and the other half of the time I'm making $1,000 when I'm right, I'm going to be a successful trader. The problem is most people won't make $1,000 when they're right. And if they do, when they're wrong, they either don't know that they're wrong quick enough, and so they give it all back and lose even more, or their emotions take over and they start to go, just let's see if this will bounce or not. And they end up losing 2,000 or 3,000 when they're wrong because it doesn't bounce and then they end up exiting. So understand that math is really the only thing that matters. Control your math, control your risk, and then understand the areas on the charts that give you an edge and watch price action in those areas. So what happens if we don't pull back? If we just keep on cranking, this market is extremely extended. It has a very strongly stretched rubber band, so to say, that's about to snap, in my opinion. But that doesn't mean that it has to pull back. My friends, just because a market is extended doesn't mean it has to reverse. It will reverse, but it doesn't have to right now. And so I'm going to stay very patient up in this level if it keeps on running this week. I will day trade it some. I will probably sell some options around this level to play this levels and make it a little bit safer, but I am not going to be buying up into this level until everybody that chases gets beat up. And honestly, this gap up again is a really good warning flag of potential profit taking zone here and us finally pulling back, because again, we are starting to hit some pretty big option levels. If we pull this back up here, we've got some serious resistance at 638 over here on SPY, and we've got calls stacked all the way up above that to 640. So that's exactly where we're gapping to right now, is around that 638 mark. It is going to be a fortress for this to get through. It can. Again, I'm not saying that it has to drop. It's just that's the logical play. That's the easier play in trading this week, would be to expect some type of movement like that. Again, my friends, if you're struggling with trying to figure out how to trade and apply your strategy at the right time, if you're struggling with your win rates, if you're struggling with the math behind the trading, come check us out over at Real Life Trading. Links are down below, where you can come and attend and watch me and other professional traders trade live. You'll be seeing our screen live, be able to ask us questions. Why are you doing that? Why are you looking bullish? What sentiment are you seeing right now that's making you think that this is bullish right here? Why do you have, again, this indicator in your chart? Whatever. You can ask as many questions as you want during a live session, and we do these daily throughout the week to help you learn how to trade. It's how I learned how to trade personally, watching my mentor trade every single day, and it's what we've incorporated here at Real Life Trading because it's the best method. It teaches you how to trade the fastest. So come check us out again, links down below to start your 7-day free trial and trade live with us for 7 days, not to mention access all those other courses. It's an awesome method to be able to learn how to trade. You will make money on that. And yeah, I can't wait for you to come check us out over at Real Life Trading. So the next ticker that I want to look at for this week is Tesla. Now, Tesla's all over the place. It's throwing some serious bear signals. It's giving out some bullish signals, but then immediately trapping on those bulls. It is really just confusing people, right? As soon as they go bullish, they're losing. As soon as they go bearish, they're losing. Everyone's getting beat up and chopped to death on Tesla right now. And why is that? Well, whenever I see this, and I see a lot of traps happening on both sides, I always try to find the pennant pattern. And that's exactly what I found. So Tesla is in a huge daily pennant pattern, and that's why it's so hard to trade, because in a pennant pattern, it's just a matter of getting as many people out of it as possible. When the bulls are looking strong, the bulls fail to follow through. When the bears are looking strong, the bears fail to follow through. And that's what makes this trading so tough. But if you can just recognize this, now you know I just need to avoid all the trading inside of this pennant pattern and wait for a breakout bullish or a breakout bearish. And this is where the easy trading is going to be. So that's what I am personally doing here on Tesla. And I believe a huge move will be coming whenever we do break out of this pennant pattern. I'm leaning a little bit more bullish on this based on certain price action and levels that have been broken, but it doesn't have to. It can go either way. But once we break out of this, it should be a very strong move, whichever direction it decides to go on. So what I'm doing is I'm just drawing these lines out here. I'm putting alerts out on these trend lines. So that way, whenever I get a daily candle close across it, I know it's game time. I know it's time to trade Tesla, and I can day trade these moves. I can buy swing trade calls. I can sell some options, whatever. But I can take easier advantage of these big moves, and that's where the money's going to come. Everything else in here is going to be very, very tricky. There's not a clear sentiment and a clear momentum, besides the fact that we understand this is trying to trap everybody. So you could play off of these levels here a little bit. It's very possible. But for me, I prefer to just stay away. Let's wait for the technicals to break out. Let's wait for the markets to show us their hand, and then just simply ride that momentum. It's going to be such an easier trade following that strategy. So that's what I'm looking at here on Tesla. My advice would be just to be careful inside of here. Don't get chopped up. That's what I'm doing. I'm going to sit on my hands for probably another week or two here on Tesla. Earnings have gone through. Nothing's really happened. Your decisions of when to trade and when not to are going to make all the difference when it comes to your results. And so that's what I am doing. I'm going to sit back and just know that this is not the time to trade. Can you make money on this? Yes, you can make money every second of every day. But again, whenever your goal is to make money, that's normally when you lose money. My goal is to find great trade setups and to only trade those, and then the money comes. If I'm out here trying to make money, I'm going to go trade this today, and I'm going to trade tomorrow, and you're going to have a lot of ups and downs and all over the place. When instead, I know great trades are here. I can day trade the heck out of Tesla on the entire breakout. I can swing trade Tesla on the entire breakout, bullish or bearish, whatever. This is where the easy big momentum trades are going to be. It's going to look something like this whenever this thing breaks out. It's just going to absolutely run. That's where the easy money is. I don't need to sit in here and lose on 4 or 5 trades and then make some money on this just to offset what I lost in here. Instead, pass on all this mess and just wait for the easy, obvious trades to come your way. My friends, I hope this video helped you be a little bit more prepared for trading this week. This is what I do. This is what I'm waiting on. If I can get those setups on SPY, I'll trade them. If I can get these setup breakouts on Tesla, I will trade it. Other than that, I will just sit back this week and see how it plays out with certain news that's rolling out this week. This could be a little bit volatile. Don't get caught trying to make money because the opportunity is there, because there's opportunities everywhere. Let go of the opportunity and focus on the great trade setups. That's going to help you out. So focus on that this week and let's go crush it. Love you guys. I'll see you later.